Hello and welcome to Let's Play Modded Skyrim Part 10. Don't adjust your screens, it's just that my character has still been drinking and not quite sobered up. We do get a chance to level up. I think I will put my points into stamina, since this is pretty essential for fighting in this game, and I will look for a perk to boost. I'm just actually looking for the sneak perk, and that's my goal, to put all the perks into thievery, becoming the ultimate thief. The others are tempting, but sneak gives you 20% boost when you're sneaking. That's well worth the perk. I can start to use that straight away. All the initial perks in Skyrim are actually really good. If you don't collect the first perks, you're really at a massive disadvantage. I'm not too sure that I'm going to have too much use for the pickpocketing, because most NPCs don't really have that much for you to pickpocket. They don't really have that much loot on you. At most you can pick up 5 or 6 gold coins off them. And everything that you can pickpocket you can steal anyway. That might be another mod that I look into. One that improves the thievery perk chain. I'm just not looking forward to putting my hard earned perks into pickpocketing. Sneak, lockpicking, alchemy, they're all fine. But we seem to be getting somewhere. This seems to be the next part of the bandit base. Some beds around the corner. Although I've elected to play as a thief, in essence all the characters that you play in Skyrim are thieves, because you go around stealing and murdering people. Only if they don't have proper names, of course. Now I can see you down there. Now I'm regretting throwing away my bow, because I could actually get a really good shot onto him. Instead I'm just going to have to sneak up to him and backstab him. He does seem quite distracted by his smithing occupation, so I'm sure that I can just sneak round and then stab him in the back. Just how to drop down. This seems to be a gap. Dropping, and that's expertly done. I definitely feel like some sort of ninja now. Of course I could pickpocket him. Oh, and that's now really satisfying. I've been detected though. There's that archer on top of that bridge. Just need to keep my shield raised to stop him hitting me with arrows, although arrows don't actually do all that much damage in this mod. I can't reach him this way, so I'll have to back all the way up the bridge and fight him hand to hand. Oh, now I'm in trouble. Orc with some sort of two-handed axe. One hit, he's taken away half my health, even though I was blocking. So that's not good at all. Maybe he'll just give me a chance to heal up. Hopefully I can get a hit in. No, I'm pretty much dead. So if I'm not blocking, I can get one-shotted by a two-handed axe. Kind of realistic. Fortunately, I get returned to my quick save. I won't bore you too much about my deaths, because I expect to die quite often. I wouldn't profess myself being an expert at this game, and the mods make it a lot harder. Being drunk doesn't help either, but that was a good level design for me. That orc with the two-handed battle axe, he came out of nowhere, so next time I'll have to find out where he's sitting. And the archer at the top as well, I'll have to neutralise 3 people with my sneak skills, because I obviously can't beat them hand to hand. And just before I forget, I'll actually have to go and level myself up again, so points into stamina and sneak. I know some people play hardcore Skyrim, which means if they die once they have to restart the entire game, but that would go for a very, very boring let's play. I like it to be challenging, but just not endlessly frustrating. We're back at the bandit blacksmith again, so I just have to look out where those bandits are hiding. There's one down at the blacksmith forge, there's one on the bridge, and there's just one at the bottom left. Oh, is that the blacksmith? Nope, that's the blacksmith. So, if that's the blacksmith, where's the guy with the two-handed axe? This kind of sneaking around reminds me of games like Metal Gear Solid. And I hope that this game carries on having these challenges as opposed to times where you just run in and kill everyone. Because that's no fun or no challenge at all. I'm just gonna sneak over here and see if I can do the same backstab technique on him, because that was fun last time. But I have to see his two-handed orc colleague. That guy's obviously got his back. I've just got to kill him first before I can kill the blacksmith. He must be on the other side of the room somewhere. There's a bridge on the other side. I just think having a bow would be really handy right now, because I could just take these guys out one by one. Perhaps the bow is a bit overpowered. Instead, I just have to rely on trusty knife work to get me through this. Not sure how I'm going to do it though. There's a path down here I could take, and I could sneak up on the blacksmith this way. It's not very dark or well covered, to be honest, so not surprised if it doesn't work. He's looking... He's seen me, so my cover's blown. I think it's time to run back and get out of here. I'll quickly try and block this guy. I'm doing well. If you block the other guy staggers. So it's not a good idea to hit someone who's blocking, and a great idea to time your blocks. He's almost dead. Couple of quick stabs in the neck. Doesn't look like as if anyone else has noticed, which is quite good for me. Unrealistic, but pretty good. So it doesn't look like I've got too many enemies to face. Only the archer on the bridge and the two-handed battle axe guy wherever he is. Still can't find him, so I'll have to go on sneak mode and hopefully not alert anyone. One reason why I probably got detected before was that if you walk into a light source, then it's far easier for them to see you. I didn't have much choice, to be honest, because there was only one way down, and that was lit up by a torch, and I'm walking past another torch right now. However, that archer guy seems to be far enough away. Perhaps I'll be able to sneak up to him without him noticing. However, looking ahead, there seems to be my two-handed axe buddy, surrounded by some sort of mystic gas. Bad place to be sitting. Perfect for a backstab. Rather I'll do a back chop, but it has the same kind of effect. Someone's noticed me. The archer's noticed me. Okay, and he's just shot me with an arrow. My hide shield not that effective, so I'll just duck under this cover. Wait for him to try to get round that cover. Pop out and stab him. He's jumped back, and I've never seen them dodge like that. That's good. Also doing a sterling job of blocking with his dagger. Not bad for a half-naked man. Uh-oh, he's backing up with his bow again. Time to run in and chop him. Get in 1, 2 good chops, 3 good chops, couple of bashes to the face, and I'll trigger a kill move. That should have killed him. No, he's still alive and kicking. One more hit. He's still alive. This guy's absolutely invincible. He's just trying to punch me to death now. Time to finish him off. Finally. He's dead. Well, that was a good fight to have. 3 bandits dispatched. That's round about 7 bandits in all. That's almost like murdering a whole town of people. I enjoyed that fight. Now it's time to pick up all the loot I can. I think enjoyable fights in this kind of game can only be made if you play in a dungeon that's actually been well designed. This one is actually very well designed. I don't think there's going to be all that much loot to pick up, and I can't carry too much more anyway. There's probably a few bottles of wine and some stale food, but that's not really much of a reward. There's a bit of gold, and I suppose you could say bread was a reward. Charred skeever hide was being eaten. I think I'm actually scared of picking up anything like wine now, in case it does something horrible to me. I'm almost fully loaded now. Only got a small amount of room for other treasures. I think there's another storeroom to this. Wouldn't mind picking up some magic or some gems. Not stale food though, all these sacks full of stale food and general rubbish. Worth a look through though. Here's something interesting, a tinderbox. Worth taking. And lots of coins and what looks like gems as well. It's a bit of a treasure trove here. Everything that you find in these dungeons and these mines are de-leveled, which means that you're only going to find loot that's appropriate to the kind of bad guys there are. So in the bandit camps you're not going to find the best treasure, and you're not going to find absolute rubbish as well. There's always going to be a mixture of decent treasure and also a bit of assorted rubbish. It makes going into the dungeons definitely worthwhile. I just wonder what that smith was doing and whether he was looking after or smithing anything interesting. If he's got any decent ingots, then I'll definitely take those, and that should bring me up to the limit of my encumbrance. There's not going to be any more enemies here though. Bandit camps are definitely the easiest sort of level that you face. I know it's just a computer game, but I just don't find the bandits as scary as the undead. For some reason the undead are spooky and they are scary, and I'd prefer to go for a dungeon crawl through a place full of murderous bandits than go through a crawl into a haunted tomb. Lucky I don't play games like Amnesia, although I might be tempted to, see what my reaction would be. Probably sheer terror. But yeah, this smith, he didn't have too much. Nothing interesting. Iron, which is practically worthless. This book though, this improves light armor forging. Also improves my level. Okay, there are two types of light armor, metallic and non-metallic. Elven and glass. Glass, of course, in Elder Scrolls is this special mineral. It's not like the normal glass that you find. Non-metallic armors are hide, studded, leather and scaled. Studded armor needs iron ingots. Scaled armor uses steel and corundum. The secret of elven armor is a closely guarded secret, but now we know moonstone is the key ingredient. With gilded elven armor you must also meld in quicksilver with moonstone. Glass needs malachite and moonstone to give it the right strength. And that's the entire book. How to make armor. It's worth reading if you don't look on the internet for how to make these things. Actually, when you go to a forge it tells you how to make it anyway. Time to level up though. What I think I'll do, I'll pile in stamina, and I'll also try to increase sneak. I'm not sure if I can do it actually because those stars are purple. This tree seems quite good though. Muffled movement, lightfoot, other one's backstab. But to be honest, backstabbing people is pretty deadly anyway, so you don't really need it, I think. I'll be happy with muffled movement once I level myself up. I think I'll spend the rest of my points on alchemy. That will give me better potions, better poisons as well. And I shall see you next time.